on a thunderstorm evening. I met my wife in the hallway. At first, I thought he was a network interface card, wearing ancient clothes. It really scared me. I found out later, he actually crossed the dark corridor. Saw his wet clothes and professional attire. I can't help but sigh. It's amazing. And suddenly he called out to me, "Let me stop. My dick, this is my house." Do I look like a bad person to you? I saw him push into the corner. Sword in hand. Looks like he's going to kill me when I move. I ignored him. I went back to the house and took a shower, changed into clean clothes. Looking out the window, the rain is getting heavier and heavier. I'm afraid it won't stop for a while and a half. Thinking of the heart outside is gambling. I took my umbrella, looking out the door through the cat's eye. Is no one leaving? As he spoke, he opened the door. I saw him suddenly appear, in a posture of drawing a sword. So embarrassing, lady. Look, I borrowed your umbrella. You better go home, or call your family to pick it up. Look at your wet clothes. Beware of colds. And she finally asked me where I was. Asked me with the hilt in his hand. It's strange. I said, this is my family and community memo. Now the girl frowned slightly. After a moment of hesitation, I asked, who are you? I can't take it. Xinjiang, just treat me as a warm-hearted neighbor and big brother. Crazy. Just call me handsome. I answered, do we want it? No, I'll take it back. The girl's expression is slightly yellow. In this life, I was a disciple of the Yangang. I don't know why I'm here. How do I answer this? Sure, enough. It's still a middle two spoon who can't extricate himself from being caught in cos. Forget it, I'll call security to handle it. Then she beckoned him in. Then he called the security uncle. Wipe it. The sword of a sophomore girl stabbed into my TV. I'm stupid. And I turned to look at him. I saw his gloomy face. Look at me with bloodshot eyes. God, what's going on? I can't fix this. Silently hung up the security guard's phone. My wife traveled back in time 1,000 years ago. The first thing he did was he stabbed my TV with a sword. I was so scared. Hang up quickly. And that's when I had a bold idea. Miss, where did you just say you were from? You haven't paid attention. I was terrified to see how those people came out just now. And who are you talking to? Watching the girl's pupils dilate in shock. I'm confused. What's going on? Wuqiao acrobatic troupe won't dress like this either. I won't just stab someone else's TV with a sword casually. The straw sandals still show their toes. Can he afford it? Miss, why don't you put away the sword first? Have something to say? We are good people. The sound of the gun put the sword back. Definitely a real or fake soul. My scalp is numb. What's your name? Where did you come from? I don't have to ask. The girl told me. Her name is Jiang He. a disciple of the Salt Gang, and he had no idea. The land beneath his feet is Jiang. He looked lonely, said he wanted to go home. Back to the Salt Gang, a bad premonition arose spontaneously. I said, "Lady, you can't be an ancient person who has traveled through time, can you? Could it be that I have to ask you who the emperor is?" Listen to the emperor. He had a reaction. Holy haha. No way that lady knows who the emperor is. The emperor is the emperor. What year is it? I saw the lady say to me with a natural face. Isn't it Kaiyuan 16? Wait for me to check. I got goosebumps all of a sudden. This little girl, Ba. This little girl doesn't look like a joke. I shake my hands and pick up my phone to search, trying to suppress the heartbeat. Emperor Dronzer of Tang. Miss shook her head. Expressed that you don't know that. Do you know Laymaster Li Bai King Lian? Miss is so positive. Surprised. You know her? Where is she? It's beautiful. I recovered a 1,000-year-old axe. Just then, there was a knock on the door. Your takeaway has arrived. Miss Wenyan, the sword is unsheathed. Who is out? Sneaky. Saying that, I'm going to stab it. Dude, I quickly stopped it. Wait, heroin medicine? It's takeout. Someone brought me food. Hello, takeaway. This operation scares me. My wife is from the year 1000. I just came into my house a year ago and wanted to gaga me. Just because the coke I gave him fell to the ground. He thought it was poison. Fortunately, I responded quickly. Immediately pick it up from the ground and drink it. Otherwise, I can talk to my wife. I saw him put away his sword. I'm also thinking about how to place him in my head. If you fool him out. The door closes, according to his character of pulling knives at every turn. Not to mention being arrested, at least to a mental hospital. If you tell the police the truth, the police will think I'm joking, right? Although he will be taken away. But he wouldn't be shot dead on the spot, would he? It makes my head ache. I looked at him again. He was still pretty. Or stay at home. Don't think about it. I just don't want to see him sent to a mental hospital. Do you think the ancient people could learn light skills? If only I had learned. Isn't it possible to fly over the eaves and walk the wall? I remember when I decided to keep him, and I put the pancake fruit in front of him. Although he was drooling, but still turned his head and refused. Why don't I have a bite first? Prove non-toxic. He immediately got excited. Yeah, I picked up the pancake fruit and I took a bite. But suddenly it occurred to me that he should be from the south. If you can't get used to it, don't think I'm poisoned. Forget it. I'll order you another rice bowl later. Jiang He's face immediately collapsed. In Zha? Everything in front of the river is so strange. But he still knows umbrellas. I also know that the man in front of me should be kind. But there are a few quirks. Better be careful. I invited him to sit down. He slowly touched the sofa. He sat on it carefully. I'm on the sidelines trying to record this moment with my phone. This is the first time an ancient person has sat on a sofa. Jiang He asked after sitting down. You just said, lie by. Where is he? I thought about it, or was I going to tell him something? But before we talk about it, we need him to put the sword down. Jiang He put the sword on the table. Where is this? It's okay. I just want to go home. Look at that look. But I still told the truth. You may not be able to go back because it's far from your home. How far? About 1,200 years. What do you mean by that far? Here you are 1,000 years later. Your emperor, your friend. People you know or don't know. They are all characters from more than 1,000 years ago. They died over 1,000 years ago. My wife came back to see me 1,000 years ago. The first meeting was very unfriendly. But I laid down my weapon under my rhetoric. To achieve the goal, I invited him to take a shower. After he saw the bathroom, acting very shocked. Actually, I was trying to give him a bath. But come to think of it, forget it. I can't eat hot tofu in a hurry. Can't escape my palm anyway. Taste it slowly to feel more. After teaching him how to use the shower and shower gel, so I went out. After a while, the sound of water came from the bathroom. I have been single for 20 years. Now a woman is showering in my house. It can't be a dream. After a while, the lady finished taking a shower. Come over in the clothes I prepared for her. I can't help but blush and heartbeat. Is this what it feels like to be in love? I praised my sister for being beautiful. The lady said I picked lightly. He also asked me if I had a wife. I wipe it, don't you pick it lightly? A lonely man and a widow asked me if I had a wife. What do you want? Now that it has developed to this extent, then let's go to sleep. Therefore, I took my sister to a dark room, clean the house, make the bed, and said good night to him in a very handsome way. My trick is hard to get. Let him worry about gains and losses. At night I lie in bed tossing and turning. I can't sleep at all. I have been single for 20 years. The feeling of having a woman in the family? Can you understand? Have you ever bought underwear for your wife? My wife came from the Tang Dynasty in order to prevent him from leaving the street in a vacuum. I gave it my all today, although I don't know my wife's size. But I did a visual inspection before I left the house, because it should be just the size of a palm. I walked into the store with an uneasy mood. Suddenly, I saw a tube top sling. Instantly got my mind thinking. It collapsed when I got home. Just open the door. My wife is standing in the living room with a near invisibility alert. I was relieved to see the tree come back. Take it easy and eat first. I bought you some daily necessities. Tidy up after eating. Thank you. Shouldn't you say thank you, young man? Since I met my wife, the second soul in my body woke up. Watching my wife gobble it up. although it is not what I imagined. But it makes me relieved. It means he has let down his guard against me. But I'm getting closer to my goal. After dinner, I took out the tube-top sling. Let him wear it for me at night. But my wife curiously took out a underwear. Ask me what? My heart beat faster. Unspoken. I don't know what to say. Do you want me to dress you up? Forget it. I am positive. Gentlemen, I'm waiting for my wife to beg for medicine. The day you showed it to me. In return, I bought him so many things. He's going to teach me Kung Fu. Too bad, I'm too old. Neither suits me. Although every boy has a martial arts dream. But it's also nice to have a bodyguard. I'd better think about how to make money to support my family. While I was playing on the computer, Miss secretly came to ask me, what is your identity in this world? If you understand it as your era, just finish the imperial examinations. But I didn't become an official, looking for something else to support my family. However, the lady thought I was the stupid son of the landlord's family. I don't know how to explain it. Watching her tearfully say that she is homesick, I can only comfort her. Now settle down here. Then slowly find a way to go back. But I had other plans. I want to see the combination of modern and ancient. How smart are the babies born? Do you know what the most painful thing in the world is? It's just that you have a super delicious thing in front of you. You can't eat. What's more, my wife is from the Tang Dynasty. I crossed over with peerless magic. Afraid of eating it and getting killed. I'm sitting in front of the computer watching dramas at the moment.